Well, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has secured a $1.4 billion external project finance agreement for hydrocarbon in Nigeria. The agreement was sealed under the NNPC Limited, Chevron Nigeria Limited joint venture at an event which took place in London. The deal, which comes a week after the Komani oil drilling platform in Bauchi State, was jointly arranged by Standard Chartered Bank, UK, and United Bank for Africa for the Northern Hydrocarbon Funding Limited. Speaking at the event, the NNPC Executive Vice President Upstream, Adoke Tombomiye, expressed delight at the overwhelming response of each of the 16 lenders participating in the financing program. Tombomiye explained that while this level of interest is not new to the NNPC, the fact that it is sustained amidst high uncertainties in the oil and gas sector is quite remarkable. All right, we have the Chief Financial Officer of NNPC Limited, Umar Ajiya, joining us now on Newsnight. So good to see you,
Thank you,
sir. Yes. Now, help us to understand exactly what this deal is about and what are the specific areas where this funds will be going into.
Thank you very much. I think this is a consequence and also a testimony to the recent reforms at NNPC brought about by the PIA, which was signed into law last year by Mr. President. Now, this has rekindled and also raised the appetite of international lending communities to lend to NNPC and its partners for fossil fuel development. This $1.4 billion is aimed at utilization for drilling of 37 development wells, oil and gas. And as a consequence, all the gas that will come out of this development will be diverted to the domestic market, which goes in line with our energy transition plan. At the same time, this also goes to reduce the carbon footprint of NNPC and Chevron joint venture, because almost all existing facilities will be utilized in transporting and processing of these hydrocarbons. Now, the totality of this is that in terms of taxes and royalties, the Nigerian state will earn about $6 billion.
What gestation period are you looking at?
For the entire
duration of this loan?
20-year period of the field.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's quite laudable, because that is NNPC is now becoming the limited liability company that is supposed to make, real profit.
Commercial entity.
Yeah. So where are some of these wells located? Does it include, those from the Benue Trough that we're talking of, like the Kolmani one that is still developing?
Now, these are wells that will be developed in OMLs 49, 90, and 95. All of them are actually in Delta State.
Okay.
And they are actually offshore.
Okay.
So, to that extent, it's nothing to do with the
Kolmani new finds.
That one will come very soon.
Okay.
So, what exactly are the terms of this deal that's been gone into?
Yeah, this is a deal that is very competitive. In terms of pricing, involving 16 lenders across the globe and covering about 3 continents. So you can actually say that indeed the time has come that a limited liability entity is able, together with its partners, attract foreign direct investment into the country for even fossil fuel development. So in reality, we see this $1.4 billion coming to us at competitive rates relative to our current status and also the status of our joint venture partner, Chevron.
All right, that's good.
I think it's still trying to make a point.
Go on.
Yes,
Go on.
I think what also this does is that this is part of our ESG goals, both NNPC and Chevron. So, and that's really the trajectory globally to go green. And this is our transition journey towards that particular
Okay, one very instructive submission you made here is that the money is going to be used, for drilling those wells, but mainly for gas and to be domesticated. Yeah, where is the place of the Nigerian Gas Company in all of this?
The Nigerian Gas Company, actually we have two Nigerian gas companies. There is a processing company, which is based in Warri, and there is also the marketing company that is based here. Now, the joint venture will produce the oil and gas. The oil will be obviously exported, and bulk of it will definitely come back to our refineries, including the Dangote and our own refineries. But the gas that's meant for domestic gas supply obligations will be processed through the midstream companies. And this, our Nigerian Gas Infrastructure Company is one of them. And this company will process the gas and sell the dry gas to the marketing company.
Right.
Now the marketing company will now on-sell this gas to gas-based industries as well as to power. And that's how the flow will work.
Okay, so in borrowing this 1.4 billion, you already have in sight the fact that fossil fuel is, on its way out, and the world is going in the direction of clean energy. But let's come back to the issue of this particular loan. Exactly how much has the NNPC, borrowed till date, and especially when you consider the long-term liabilities of, the NNPC?
I think of recent, we have actually taken two sets of loans. We've taken a $300 million loan first to try to buy off assets hitherto were exited by Chevron. Okay. And our subsidiary has bought that over. It's just $300 million. And then subsequently, we have borrowed $1.04 billion through Afrexim for the rehabilitation of Port Harcourt refinery. And so that loan too, we have begun to draw down on it. I think in terms of leverage, we are not over leveraged with respect to the quantum of projects we have at hand. So $1 billion bringing about 263 million barrels of oil equivalent over the time period. Frame. At $100 oil, that means $26 billion. So when we say $6 billion accruable to Nigeria in terms of taxes and royalty, that's just royalty and taxes. There's also the profit oil that will accrue to NNPC Limited itself, and by extension, that will generate dividend flow to the Federation.
So tell us now, good intentions here, but can you tell us the progress of the refineries, the rehabilitation, the Port Harcourt one, $1.4 billion borrowed for rehabilitation. What's the stage of rehabilitation? What percentage has been completed? When should Nigerians expect the refineries to be
flowing?
Yeah.
Yes, just to be clear, it's 1.04 billion.
1.04 billion,
not
okay.
1.4.
All right.
And on top of that, we have added our own equity onto it. But what is happening is that the rehabilitation plan is that by end of Q1 2023, we should see Area 5 begin to produce
refined
products,
oil.
yes, for the Nigerian market. And then the remaining rehab will move up to 2024 because there are two refineries there combined actually. Yeah. So in reality today, we can say we're over 50% complete in terms of rehab progress overall.
Well, I'm sure as Nigerians hear these huge, figures, $1.04 billion here, $300 million there, and all of that, they're cringing in their seats and wondering, okay, how do we ensure that this funds really will, make that difference in the lives of the ordinary Nigerian? And secondly, analysts are saying, look, it's time for the NNPC Limited to open the books. Is that likely to happen anytime soon?
Sure. You see, if there is no confidence and transparency in what we are doing, the lenders will not bring their money. And part of the deal is that also the operations and maintenance of that refinery will be done by an independent contractor.
Yeah, or contractor.
So therefore, they want to have assurance that the loan will be repaid as and when due. And consequently, the profitability based on the economics of the project has made the lenders to on-lend to the project. And we too, we have seen there's value in it, not just necessarily only about the profit therefrom, but also the fact that jobs will be created back, and that also importation will be reduced, if not eliminated completely. Because by the time all the rehabs are finished and Dangote is back, there is no reason why we should import any white product into Nigeria.
Not even a drop.
Not even a drop
of petrol. But give us an idea of how many jobs you're looking at. I'm sure you sat at the table and said, look, by 3 months or whatever.
Direct and indirect jobs.
Yes, these are the kind of jobs that we're expecting to create.
You see, at a time, I think a refinery is a complex operation with shift operations.
Right.
So you are talking of thousands of jobs, really, not hundreds of jobs. So in addition to the O&M contractor staff, there will be also NNPC direct employees, and also there are also going to be additional contract staff that will be used for routine maintenance as and when necessary.
You've not talked about NNPC Limited and the books and when exactly we expect
NNPC Limited, even before we became a corporation, we have been publishing our accounts every year. And this is the only corporation in the world that does that. The NNPC Limited itself took off 1st July 2022.
True.
So what we are doing is that by end of December, you will see our 6 months financial statements, which will come to public, because you as a shareholder, you have a right to know what profit we have.
But it looks like I'm a shareholder only on paper.
No.
Exactly how do I benefit from it? It's a question we asked the last time. And we haven't gotten any answers to that
you are a
question
shareholder
yet.
Because you have a right to the dividend inflow. And that dividend inflow will go into the coffers of the federation this time around, not federal government alone. So when the federation shares the revenue at FAC with part of that dividend, whatever accrues to you, to your local government or your governor, you should hold them accountable.
Okay, we'll do that.
Thank you.
Now let me just take you back to the refineries again, because a lot of Nigerians are really interested in that. And I'm looking at Kaduna, which has a plethora of products that it churns out, but for more than close to 2 decades now, nothing has really happened there. When would Nigerians be expecting, rehabilitation and production processes to begin at the Kaduna refinery?
You see, as we speak, apart from Port Harcourt being under rehab now, we are also under rehab at Warri. The Daewoo contractor is there. Technimont is in Port Harcourt, and Daewoo is also has moved to Kaduna to do the scoping. After the scoping, then you can now formally contract.
Have you secured finances for loans for these refineries, Warri and Kaduna?
You have to know the cost of how much you want to rehab before you ask.
Why are you not engaging the original contractors who built these refineries? Wouldn't it have been cheaper?
No, some of them are actually out of that business now.
Like Chiyoda of Japan?
Absolutely. So you have to have somebody who can do it now.
And you have that, of course. We'll have to leave it there. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so very much. That's the Chief Financial Officer of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, Umar Ajiya. Thanks very much, and congratulations on securing that massive loan for Nigeria, and Nigerians look forward to an El Dorado coming from the NNPC.
Thank you.